Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? Let's wait for 5 minutes. Let other people join, and then we'll start. If you're watching, say hello in the chat so I know who all are watching. Let me check on Discord how many people have requested. Only Edward. No worries, no worries. Hello, Milan. Hello, Milan. Wait, let me fix this one. How to? Yeah. Okay. Good. Let's see if more people join in, and we can start having a look at the entries. It's okay, man. It's okay. No worries. How's the scene coming now? Did you make any progress? Okay. So how many people are here? 2 people. One is Milan. Who is it? Just right now. Say hello in the chat if you're watching, so I know who all are watching. As always, let's do the drill. Just let me open up the page once more, and then we go. If it's gonna be short, then I will keep it short, and then we'll just move on. I need to also wanted to look at the sculpting thing. So let's jump in and let someone join. So here, as a drill, this is our academy page, and here's you join the bootcamp. If you have any question in between related to career or anything, you have ask me anything here. And if you want to talk about the career or career guidance, and if you are stuck somewhere in the career, and then we can have a call. The only thing, it will be recorded for our YouTube channel. And if you are Indian artist watching, then kindly fill the salary survey or send it to your friend. We only covering it for Indian salaries for now. I'm requesting every session, but I didn't see anyone doing it, but it's okay. And lastly, if you can support me by grabbing the mentorship. And for the channel, as I updated last time, we have bunch of format. There is someone request I posted, I believe, 5-step process. I'm building the document for it as people requesting. After that, I'm gonna build the document for this bootcamp. Okay, so Milan, thank you very much because you've been doing the timestamps. So if it possible for you to do for the previous streams also, kindly do it, and I will ramp up the streams because I want to work more on the things as I have other things to work on and I want to work on more awesome stuff. As there we have this scene also, which is like bigger and much more prominent. I want to work on also. So yeah, after this, I will maybe continue with that, and I will continue to help other people. So that will be our update. I'm posting the updates here. I posted this thing from last updated one, and I will keep polishing the things. Yeah, so it just what I did. I wrote. I should have wrote what I wanted to update. There are so many things which are there. So let's see if there is some any new entry. That's the only one, and yeah, we'll wait for the update. We poked everyone, and let's go by recently. Yeah, thank you very much, Milan. Really appreciate it. And document, I think it takes time also, and because making a big document, I will showcase it maybe on next week once I finish it. So I will show that document, and then I will make this one. So let's look at if people have updates. In there, no updates mostly. There's this one was good. Mm, and here's Sambo. Yeah, Sambo sent the I think the project. So I will have a look at the project. And okay, Vikram have some stuff. Yeah, it's good. I believe it's always without without modular thing also you can make. But it's under the cave. It couldn't tell. You should make that first if you can. Edward will look at it. Vikram. Oh, we have two Vikrams. What? Vikram Sharma. Okay. So Vikram, yes, yeah. So just work on this. It's kind of cave and under it, so that we need to see. Keep the camera angle and try to match it. Still, it's feel it's off for some reason. There are like planks, four planks here that define the thickness of it. Basically, then we know how big it is. Maybe assign the material, then we'll know. Um, what's happening? Like you remember a simple designer. Okay. Okay. Awesome. And that's awesome. Okay. See you, Milan. Damn. See, Christian is showing edge damage decal, edge damage thingy we talked about last time. Nice. Nice. Let's see. Okay. Feedback. Hello, didn't have the picture of the environment to share right now, but I'm still in progress of decimating my current assets. I got a question regarding the topology of the props as these. Is it better make low poly like normal cubes or should we add bevels? So they can't join the stream. I feel quite sick. So yeah, so the having bevel is better. I believe you can have more segments also. So you have a bunch of undulation in there. Even decimated mesh will be fine also, I would say. But definitely we need when you bring these planks in here, I would say you definitely bevel them and then bring it so we can add edge damage. Let's look at lovely God of War skull, for example, again. In my portfolio, you can follow me if you would like to. Um, God of War, and we just look at skulls. I want to make the plant also. So why I want to finish off, will not finish off things, but basically when we gonna polish the things more, I want to look at all the God of War stuff and I'm gonna remake it as per keeping God of War as a reference. Like all the wooden, we're gonna sculpt from wooden, and all the rock from rocks, basically similar stuff. Is there any? Put, here's the wood one, I think. Okay, enough. Otherwise, too many. Yeah, there is the wood. Okay, so you see, it have the surface information, but it's still calm, really calm. And then we have edge damage, a lot of edge damage here on top of it, which is what we need. See, this is more better example. You see, there is this edge chip off everywhere, and then there are like these streaks. They could have doing it manually, maybe all this skull, but I try to use it as reference. This is like too much. This one is still seem is on a good way. This we'll try to do something similar in the church as per this one. Good. Let's see. This is good. I'll show what I do as a trick basically. These are all stones. There is wood. Similar. I believe if we make tileable, this we noticed last time also. Why the leave? Not tile it. I cannot unsee it because I didn't see it before, but when I saw it, I could not unsee it. This is metal. Good. Another wood. So this is basically we can look at as example. I want to see more plants. They only showed one. Does this guy have more? Hmm. I wish there were more trees and plant with someone posted. I'm only seeing these. This is also wooden, stone, rocks, goods as we need. Yeah, here's some tree example. Not as beautiful, but wonderful still. So some rock example also we have. So we'll try to replicate these things. Some material. If we take this as an example as a material, this is good. Then more stonework, high frequency stuff. Okay, so nice. ZBrush is the must if you understand. That's look blob your work in progress. These are materials to give clear idea on how it could be. So let's go to raw catalog, our favorite old wood. What's this wood? No, why is showing coins? I'll show you what I'm gonna do with this. Mm, let's just search wood. This we have open. This we have open. If we can find more, this is good. This is also like have surface. There are planks which we can use also. And okay, So now we have this one, and we say texture. There is substance. SPSCR. Hmm. Let's try this. I believe this is image, as it is 50 MB. That means from images. So I don't know if they have anything. For now, I will just go with this one. Why it is 87 now? I want to see what they are doing in the subsurf SBSCR. And lastly, this one. Yeah, I'll show you what we're going to do. So when we load the Blender, we can do the same thing in ZBrush also. We can do same in Blender as well. Let's have a look if someone have a question. Okay, no worries. Let's see if anyone watch it for morale boost. Okay, 3 people. Someone just left. 2 people. Okay, no worries, no worries. It's my duty. Okay, cool. So, simply, let's make a cube. Okay, scale Z 0.05, scale Y 0.1. Okay, imagine this is a plank. Apply all these things. Now we have this thing. It's the similarly what we did to the rock, we're gonna do here. Okay. I'm just gonna make these. Okay, so just roughly cubicle. Yep. And then we can simply subdivision surface, and we can say simple. Want to see wireframe, so we know there's 3. And if I say okay, bevel, we have almost, and then we can add another one on top of it. Okay, now let me turn off the wireframe, and I will add this place. Don't mind this one. I will put all the thing in the textures. Hello, Zine. And Milan said like AI tool. I don't know if there is any AI tool which can do it for free. Even like one video a day is fine, or few a month. Few month will be less. But yeah, send me if you have link. Milan, send me. Uh, okay, this is substance player. Okay, so this is how it looks like, and there are some metallic roughness, height range, normal intensity, and stuff like that, which is fine. But I thought that there will be something parametric. There is nothing else. This is just normal parameters. I thought there will be like we can increase decrease the number of these cracks and everything. And I'll show you the other one also. So this one is much calmer, but it's slightly diagonal. Would have loved to. This one is good also. Let's see. This is good. This is also good. Okay, I'm gonna take one and I'm gonna start with this. Okay, so let's copy, and we have um wood 01, and we take height. Okay, now we have this look like this, which we can say we want it as per UVs. Okay, and for now it is decrease the strength, and now we can select all, unwrap. We can box map also, or we can do the similar thing like we did last time. We can manually unwrap. So I will select cube projection for now, and cube I can find is 2. Maybe make 1, so it will tile twice. See here. So now we have some something. Yeah. So now first let me add another subdivision surface, but before displace. Now you see we have something based on that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change the height to something different. This is the other one. Okay, basically it's noisy, which I am not liking it. And let's try this one. Okay, this is in other direction. Which do we have? Mapping. We don't have any rotations or anything else. Wish I had not extend. Wish I had the rotation one also here. Maybe there is, I don't know. Okay, Milan, no worries. Take care. This is like the more craziest one. So I'll just take this one. Okay. And what we can do, what I'm not liking here is it's not straight. Okay. So if we go to UV editing, and we select and we say rotate 5, rotate 10 minus, yeah. Okay, so now we have fibers in the straight thing, but the only thing is it do not look that good. So you can make 0.1. So basically what's going to happen is going to give us a stencil. Basically what I'm trying to achieve here is basically getting the stencil. So now we have something here. Yeah, we can apply all the modifiers. Modifier tools we have already. Okay, and I'll apply all. We have pretty dense mesh. Get my pen tablet. Okay, so and so now there are and we can go to scrub radius. And as you know, we have trim here, which we can use with the alpha and give us pretty good. And let me see where it is. And texture, alpha square, and I think it should be here. Let me see where it is actually. Didn't try to install the all brushes also. Yes, now we have it here. Okay, you see, you just add corner chip. We just need to have basically, we don't want to see basically straight bevel thing, so you can have a large or small some places. Just basically have some generic damage. And similarly, you can do in ZBrush like we did the last time. So if you need to see in ZBrush, just let me know where we can do there as well. And there is another technique which I recently saw. Basically, you make strips. You make strips and then you add or remove layers basically. So I'll show you in a minute. Just quickly let me add damages to all the corners. Nice. Happy accidents. Okay, so now we have all of the corners damage, and then we have the crease sharp. Okay, so and also in here in stroke you can have stroke, you have not dash, stabilized stroke, which you can give basically how much stable you want it to be. I'll show you that. So if even if you are doing with the mouse, you can do it with this. So let's go with 15, a small one. So what we're gonna do here, and I can increase the strength also. Yep. So what we're gonna do, we gonna we have already some cracks, and we're gonna elaborate those. Okay, so you already have some cracks, so you just add, make them prominent. Don't worry about too much about like, okay, this, there is this. Basically, we need the large one. Right, so I'm doing really hard some places and then try to, and you can press control and you can reverse it like on the edge to make the upper part hard. So we have basically crack have this hard edge also, so you can make it prominent using this. Nice. Okay, so I will do only on this side of the plank. Just go with the flow on the things where you can add, where you can remove, and you can in the here also you can extend it. People might call it cheating, and you can practice by keeping the reference also. But overall, I would say like this is it make our life easier. Oh, this got bigger, and then you can have a smaller one. Stroke. I'll make it bigger. So some smaller stroke and everything you can add here. Hello, Rodrigo. Welcome, welcome. And then we have plateau. Okay. So imagine you have some places you have make this damage. As I shared last time also, this could have been basically if I could use plateau as a opposite trim tool, I will reuse it basically. So we can definitely do it in ZBrush again, as I said. People might be wondering why I'm doing it in here. And then you have you take trim. I wish control do the thing. So what we need to do, we need to basically make reduce the detail, and I think when I press control, it add on top of it, and control just basically remove it. So what we need to do basically, we need to make it calmer. We don't want that many detail, so you just have I can make it larger also. Yeah, so we can. Yeah, I'm just doing it quickly, and also like in this method is there because we have fiber on this direction, so basically put the strokes in this way, in one direction only. That's why I like we should have done these cracks afterwards, but like we made it prominent, so even if it's get hidden, we can redo it. Okay, so we have some basically surface, and then we have another. There is a brush called strips. Yeah, it's like clay strip, clay strip, something like that in ZBrush. Okay, so now if I make it, uh, I have habit of that, so I will make it small. Okay, make it 25. Okay, and you can press Control to remove it, and to add it, we have texture. Let's try with the square. Okay, so basically like you can add. I'm going to show you like you add basically or remove layers basically in here. So you can like imagine like you can continue with this, and some areas you can add basically strips. So ultimately what it does is just give you these lines which you can either polish or add in there. Let me try the other alpha. I have this a rough one. Why it's scaling up my brush? Okay, so now if I control and I can add. There is a fall off. Let me. mm, where is fall off? I want it to be sharp. Okay. So now let's try our square off again. Should not reset my scale of my brush. Okay. So adding and removing. So now we'll get something much sharper. Imagine if I want to reduce some stuff here. And because the only thing which is we are not getting, I want these basically this sharp corners. And with control it does nothing, but then we have trim. If we use trim here, then we get that sharpness. That's why I say like I need this here, but when I press control I want plateau, then it works exactly as ZBrush um, trim. For here, and also we need to remesh it. It's not perfect. So basically you see like what I try to do is make the thing, and we have we can extend the crack, and I think we can do the radius by when the less strength there is, it make these tiny cracks. Like I can press hard to add, and then I release, then it give a crack. Yeah, so basically this I'm not happy with this one, because I there's clay and there is strips. I thought that let's see if there is any other general. There are not more than that. Boundary, let's see what boundary does. I don't know. Smooth scrape fill, don't know. This was good, like this was good actually. This one, like imagine you have a corner, it give you this plane, so it was doing good job on the corners basically. So it give you this variation also. So if you want to break in some corner, you see, so it was good for that, breaking the corners and everything. So it give you this taper type of thing. Let's try this one. I don't know, but what I needed was basically sharp stuff. So if we turn off the stroke, and I can do that. So it's not perfect, but basically what I suggest for everything what you do, basically use a displacement map. So example, like if you do it on the other side, and you can, and also I found out you can mask, okay, front faces only, so now it will not sculpt on the back. So it's something like auto masking in ZBrush, and you basically, yeah, you have back face masking in there. So if you have these cracks, so you can make them prominent, and then you basically fill them up. Like let me try if I increase strength on his, okay, and then so we got this, okay, so continued, and then you press control. Oh, it's polishing the other side. Yeah, with high strength, I think it works somehow. Mm, right. So yeah, so here let's try. Yeah, so it's mostly really important for having this thing, and Plato can help you. Plato basically. Imagine, say if you want to just make it flat, so you can sample from there and then it create a slab basically. Yeah, it could be diagonal, it could be like for here, like I want to make it sharper, I can make it. But then yeah, we have to go back and forth with some tool, and definitely this need a remesh. It is messing up here. But yeah, so overall I have this thumb rule basically on the suggestion, like whenever you have some mesh, you basically do the edge to edge, then you put tileable texture height on top of it, you get a stencil type of thing. For rock you get some rocky details, with wooden you get these cracks, and then you simply just go with it. Like imagine like we say okay, this is I don't know what to do after it, I come back and I'll say okay, and I will do another displace, and we already have that in here, and I will change the what it is, the we do it by UV. Okay, and it's 0.1. Okay, you see, so we get so we can change the mid level. If you give me a second, I will look for a really nice tileable wood is there. There used to be on textures.com, but textures.com is no longer free, um, which made me really really sad. They used to have free wooden one, and this is good. I'll try this out. But they used to have, like imagine if I search okay, so this one used to be really nice. So it's now only credit only. Before it used to be free. Let's see if yeah, so have mm, we had subscription, not download logs basically. Long time back I used to, I had downloaded it like a lot. Well, this is show more result, but these are expired now, you see. I used to download every day the free 15 one I used to get, and now if you go here, what, let me see, it is okay. That's good, but no longer we cannot we can no longer download it. If you have purchased it, I think it will stay. So I download that. Just give me a second, and I will put it in the same textures folder. Now here open, and this is on other direction. So first I will go to UV editing, rotate it 90 degree and rotate 5 to make it straight, because our UVs are straight. Why? It's remaining with. Okay, and now let's give to match it half. And if I make another one, we should have kept scale 0.05. Okay, and now we do the same thing. And move it here. So now this one I will say apply all, and let's do. We don't need to apply also. We can keep it, but we I don't know we can sculpt it or not. Okay. And also let's just not decimate. Let's apply all, and we should displace, and we select the wood. We by UV. We select all, unwrap cube projection, and again rotate here. Right? The mid level we need to slightly fix. Let's go with 0.1, and if we can scale 1.5, we can have more in here. So I'll say zero point 0.1. Now you see we got pretty decent plank already. So now from here, it's just simply get back to layout. So now if I take this one now, I can actually increase this. It's too much. Yeah, this one is fine, and I will apply this one, and let's get back to the sculpt mode again. Yeah. And this one have I believe less resolution. So if I put it on top of it, you see we got much more. Apply all, and let's go sculpting. And same, I'll do two things. Same, first do the edge damage, and the second thing is doing the first square is here, and okay, so you basically do the. Don't worry about this because this is like too much information. We have to reduce it now. And again, as some people call it, like, okay, this is cheating. I know people who love sculpting by hand. You can also. It's good to learn how to do certain type of sculpting, like concrete, rock, wooden, metal. All these different type of sculpting is good to have. but like don't the all the sculpting artists use alphas and different brushes also, so it's not shading to in my opinion. So it's basically, yeah, it's a fast workflow, and I've used it from start. Yeah, so now we have sculpt. Now it's we have to make, basically reduce the number of details. So we have to keep the wherever we see we have too much noise, we just reduce the number of details. And here I'm going to do the same thing in my for my trims and church also. If we make tileable texture for our walls, and we're gonna add, definitely gonna add details. uh, we saw a bunch of God for references just a while ago, so I'm gonna follow those as a main thing. See, basically we are reducing the details. Okay. Now we have much calmer. Like if I show you on the side, this is the level we need to have basically in there. Okay. So now we have calmer surface. Now we take our crease and we can turn on stabilized stroke. Okay. And yeah, we can just simply, it's not working. Okay. And we just can trace the cracks, make them larger in some places, small. Basically these small ones are look like pixelated. Basically you just polish them. And here, like I will do on one end. You can use Hosina, you can use alpha, it's definitely possible. But this is what I do, I am using base as this thing, and then if you need some unique details like knots or cracks, you can use alphas as much as you can. It depends on the detail, how you want them. Yeah, so if there are not details, let me see. So if there is a specific detail, it definitely like you in a working environment, when someone have alphas and we like the output, we tend to make alphas out of our sculpts. If someone have sculpt something, and then we can keep it. So when next time we make wood, we use the similar alphas. So what it does, it keep this consistency in the different assets. So that's is that it could be as alphas from the marketplace, or maybe we created it, right? But as I said, if you want to learn how to sculpt, it's better to sculpt it and make some alphas in tiny area and then use it basically. So now we have it, and then we simply do the same thing here. So you calm some, at some places you calm it. Why it became so large? and you can fill in the details and you can add in the details. And let's try the strip one also again. So if I, alongside the crack, I can add and remove. And fall off is constant, then why? Let's try, is the random one, and let's try sharp. So what it does is basically give these layers, basically like these in between the cracks, we are just lifting them up and putting it down. So it's basically these all mix things, and then we get back to our thing and we reduce, fill in some details, add some details. This area seems noisy. We don't need small micro level details because those will be driven from the textures. Okay, so always keep the mid and large scale details. Okay, so we have, and definitely we can have much larger damage on the corners if we want to. Not compulsory, but if you want to. And then you take the Plato and then you make it sharper. Wait, let me try with constant. Okay, don't have textures because I want this chisel look here. Okay, yeah, so basically we have much more calmer than this area. Why is, again, we will use textures to drive the details on top of it. We don't need to sculpt the whole thing, and we can fill in. We feel some areas don't work for us. Okay, we can we can reduce the details simply. And here also we need to, yeah, so we have, so now let's because we have already have it unwrapped, right? So let's bring in the, I will download the other ones, roughness, AO. So I download all the other ones. It could be anything. We have other one also, so I can use the other one as well. So we go here. I'll go to shading. So this is basically on behind is like this. From front, it's like that. I will show it on the both end. And let's use the textures from the raw scan. Okay. So we have this height, roughness, normal, and we import it here. Diffuse is here. This is roughness, and we make sure to make it non-color. We go to roughness, base color, go to base color. Okay. And glossiness we don't need. Normal we need, and we'll see which one is it. It seems like direct text. But if you come to image here, no, so it the if you have a plugin installed, it can tell you the is not mentioned. Which one is it? Is it DirectX? It is crack. Yeah, it is DirectX. So I'll take curve. Okay. In the green channel, I'm gonna can I do normal flip? No, make it invert. So we are basically inverting the green channel, which make it, and from here we say normal map, and we add. Okay, so now the only thing is the texture is on the different side. So we say coordinate and mapping. We take UVs as vector and this vector on everything, all the textures. Now we can rotate it, which so match it. Okay. And then we can scale it if we want to. So let's make it 1.5, so or even 2. Right. But the only thing you might feel, okay, the details in here is not visible. The only thing is but you can see the cavities here, and you can turn on cavities. Okay, you see these highlights and edge. Can we get it here? I don't know. Hmm. We call it cavity if we have anything. So if we can somehow get this data in here, then it just you can we can bake it. We can have wait, let's just go ahead. If anyone have question, let's see. Nope. Okay, so I duplicate this one. So I say okay, blank hyperly and blank locally. Why is locally? I'll show you. So we simply make it decimated. We make it 0.01. Okay. So even if it's too less, how much is it? Let's see. It's 12,000 triangles. Oh, so it is fine. We can see the wireframe also. So this will be fine, but we can reduce it more. 0.002. Let's see how much it is. It's like 1,000 or something. Yep. So like 2,500 is good enough. Yeah. Apply. Unwrap. Again, cube projection. Doesn't matter. Okay. And we go to this one and we say UV back islands. That's awesomely ugly. So let's try unwrap. Simply we just put it here. We don't need to make full, but it's there. So now basically we have low poly and high poly in there. Now there was a add-on which I'm forgetting the name. If you give me a second, I'll tell you the name. You can do it in X normal. X normal is good, and you can do it in the plugin also. So here is the X normal. So I'm gonna do bring. Let's see if we don't have anything, no value in there. So how to bring it to the center, although we don't need to. Okay. Now we just simply export, and would we call it here? This is wood high poly. Low poly. Like we did last time also, we just simply add meshes, have high poly, low poly, have low poly. Okay. And then you come to tool, and you can rate distance calculator. You can say go, and then you're gonna calculate some distance. Just let it run for 15-20 seconds, and then you say stop, copy result. What it does in low poly, you see there is distance, so basically it's like how further from the, so bake option, and I'm gonna say wood plank. Okay, and it's gonna automatically add save it as png. Okay. Now there are a bunch of other maps. Number one, definitely normal map is important, and we say okay, 2K is fine, and we say okay, generate map. That is ugly. Why it generated like that? It's not a good one. In tangent space only. What happened? Church. Okay, let's see if our mesh normal have issue. And we say okay, weighted normal, apply. Should not happen usually. Mm, let's do it without the raise. Still the same. Why? What I wanted to show basically in there, so you can have cavity, you can have, let's try height. Height is good, and we say okay, this is, so it's saved as height. So in here, in the shading, you have displacement. Okay, and then I can bring the height map. Okay, so this is here. Let me remove this one. And I put this one in height. See? So we get the details and then we have in there. So we get double details. Now let me, oh, for some reason the normal map is messed up. So let's just ignore it for now. And we say AO. And the unwrapping is also wonky. So still doing something. Yeah. There is the curvature and there is cavity. Thickness we don't need, but let's just generate. Let's show you what it does. Cavity is something similar to AO, but it's like more micro level. And then nice, we have different. Good. This is something similar we're gonna do to the rocks also. So let me remove all the things. So we have simple thing, like even this one we can remove. Okay, so we have the same low poly without any surface detail. Let me first get the occlusion. Just to show you how it looks. This is how it is. And bring in the cavity. Not gonna, because you can keep it as RGB also, because we're gonna blend it with the AO. So this is this and this is AO. Okay, it's almost the same, but cavity have more micro level thing. So let's keep cavity only. And now the time of curvature. The curvature, if I show you now, it look like this. And let's see separate color. This look like cavity only, no? And green channel have opposite. What I want to see, I think this one have something. So I'll say color ramp, bump up, bump up the white. Okay, so now we have some edge highlight thingy. Now this is curvature, this is cavity, and this is our diffuse. So I put in the, this is the exact same thing. You can do it in the painter also. In the painter, somehow do it by default. But if you don't have access to painter, I'm just showing you the free stuff how you can do it without that. This is the basic fundamental how you do PBR texturing in general. So basically that helps you understand it much better than this thing. Okay. And I hope it is running right now. Yeah. Okay, so now first I'm gonna do mix colors. Okay. This with cavity, and the color I'm gonna do multiply. Okay, so if I increase and decrease, you see you get those cavities. Yeah. And if you see or you want more, again you put color ramp is like levels. Okay, and you can basically pump up basically if you need more, and then you can reduce the factor here. Okay, and I'll reduce a little bit more. Then let's add another one, mix this one and let's send it to base color, and this time not multiply, let's add screen. See, or it's you can do color dodge also. Okay, so it simply add. Okay, and more, if you want more better thing, I will say, you say, I will take hue saturation. Where is hue saturation? Hue saturation and value. Okay, you take the our diffuse and you put it here. And if I increase the value, you just basically make it bright. Use this as a factor. So basically, the edge highlight is basically the brighter version of wood, and you want to have fun with it. Basically, it's yours. And yeah, so now you see we have much better details, and let's add in our normal. Okay, and you can reduce it also. Let's add our normal map, more details, and then we can add our roughness. Roughness also we can play with color ramp. So for now, if it look flat, there is, why there is not? Okay, maybe it is too. Okay, let's to just to see how it looks, we can put it in the color, and then we can play with it. I don't think this have any much value, so let's just take this, put it into the color, make it grayscale, and let's put it in here. Okay, now we have much better detail in there. And now bring it back our base color diam. Something is wrong, it's shining not right. So let's bring the black part of it up. Definitely, because of the it's a darker part, so we can simply inverse it and add another point to play with it. Right, so yeah, you see we have from, let's just make a duplicate of it, and I will remove all the shenanigans we did. This goes here, roughness goes here, no displacement. Okay, from this to this, and we still have like the cavity and everything we still have, we can improve it and do much better. And this is like simple UVs, there's nothing much in there, but it can be much better. Okay, so yeah, so this is you can still do a lot more stuff on this than normal wooden plank. But you see, like this have the whole thing done in there. Okay. So no need to overstress about something, how to do certain something. Cineasa, you use mainly Blender for texturing or for this type of asset? Usually we use Painter and Designer for texturing anything, but I'm showcasing in Blender because I recently took a challenge how to do those these proper AAA level workflows just in Blender. Like if I can achieve the whole process inside Blender itself or not. Yeah. So that's why I'm doing it in only in Blender. And I know we can do something, some things we can't, because there is add-on which helps you get. You don't need to take it to X normal, but you can do it inside Blender only. So you see, right? So this is how it's gonna look in the Unreal. Okay, but we don't have data. Like imagine you take your high poly and then you put your material. Okay. And then I select this one and put my other material. You see, so even if you take the high poly mesh which have a bunch of it have so much detail, right? Like if I show from this side, and you see this side have more details, and you still see it here, but with this you see we have much more prominent thing. That's why we reduce it. Now you see this start to look noisy, like too much detail, like it's not controlled. Like in this side you see we have some areas which are calm, some area which have too much detail, and like again calm, so much detail, right? And here is not even visible all the details, but if you see here we have some details, but it's not visible in the material. That's why we have these big maps and everything which help us achieve uh, our what select. See, so the cavity if we want more or less, and this one is basically out. So I don't think we can add more than this. This is already too much. Let's make it 0.05. 0.05. Okay, so it's we have this edge highlight in here. Okay, so yeah, so this is basically we have big maps, and Blender is free, and then you have Painter is paid. You can bake all these maps in X normal, and there is this add-on also which I can send in the chat on Discord if you need to know. And yeah, you don't need anything specific. Again, like you can texture inside Photoshop also. Like people can, if you need PBR texturing, but Painter make it faster. You have so many features in there. But this is like my personal challenge. I am trying to, achieve it in here. Look at this. So something similar to God of War. Okay. What's in a yeah, because again, like the more tools means the longer process. I also try to do it in less number of tools. People use for UV something different, scale for different, so it prolong the process. Okay, so that's why I try to use lesser. So it's like maximum I will take it here. If it's like high quality skull, then take it to ZBrush, and then from there export both of them, take it to Painter, and just texture it there. Let's not add another one, but in Blender you can do everything in here. I wish like we had baking tools like Painter in here. It's a little bit tedious. I wish if you could just go in the rendering pipeline. We have bake here, right? but the here also bake with X normal, but it does not work this plugin for now. But yeah, so wish if we had bake in Blender itself, it would have made our life so much easier. On the previous production I was working on, it was almost the case. They have even created a type of master material in Blender. Okay, awesome. Like if you have access to it and if you can share, that would be wonderful. Yeah, something like this is wonderful. Now we can save this material also. This whole thing, all these masks and everything, and we can group it, all these nodes inside, and we can just simply put like that, and then you can group it. Make group. Okay, so see you have all the thing you see here. So now we just need to give it the material next time, and we just get it. We can use this node as a master material basically. Oh, sorry, I was not sharing. Wait, I may undo it. Okay, so basically you select all the nodes which you think you need to do, and you right click and make group, and this goes automatically in the group, and then you come back. Now we just need to feed in the maps next time. Okay, and it just work from there. Okay, and also like even here, like you say, oh, it's color and fact, we don't know what it is, so you can go to the node group. In the group input, in here also you can say group here, right? So it's a color, and first is color is what it is, and then second color what it is, and at all these values you can define here. And let's see what first A was is our albedo, and the first we added a cavity to it, so this one is cavity, and the upper one was it's a little tiny, so this one was curvature. So which color is it? So this one is curvature map, and then lastly this one is normal map. Okay, so now you come back, and now we just need to node group also. We can rename. We say wood uh, detailed material. Okay, so it's wood detail material, and now imagine like we want to see more things in here. So there's how much cavity we need. So we can call it cavity amount, and we have you can control this also with another node, multiply add, and I can show you how. So if you say mix colors, okay, and this one is add, right? That means black does not add anything. So if I make it 0 or less, okay, and I can make it here and remove this one and make it black. Now, okay, one is means full, so we can add that one here, and I can move it up. So we can call it curvature amount. Okay, And albedo we need to definitely need to move up. Albedo, normal map, then curvature and cavity, and the cavity amount we have. And also with the normal we have this scale here, or this normal strength, and we move it up here. And then also the displacement, this one was, oh, we did not add, okay, this one was remaining. So we can have basically here we say height, and then we can say height scale. I can cut it, come back, oops, why, and I need to bring the height again. Mm-hmm. We can, it's okay, not a biggie. So we have height, and okay, yeah, so now we have height, and we can say how much we want, cavity how much we want, curvature how much we want, normal how much we want. Yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this was wonderful. I really enjoyed this thing. I'm gonna do the same thing with rocks next week, and we're gonna start with the sculpting sometime. And I'm gonna first sculpt the basically the church, all the stuff. We're gonna follow the same pipeline, and that we're gonna do the rock and the bridge also we have, right? It's also have stone, and yeah, pretty much all good stuff. Again, all these things we can do with ZBrush also. Like if anyone have doubt and you want to do, not sure how to do with designer or painter or ZBrush, just let me know and we will do that also. Okay, so any other question, let me know. Oh, still here for 5 minutes, otherwise we'll just have a lot of time. Let's see if someone have posted in there or anything. It's basically like for Edward. The whole session he was doing, he only posted in there. So Edward, I hope you rewatch it. You will have fun. Okay, so that's it then. Thank you very much for joining in again today. It was awesome, and I will see you next week. Bye.